Let's talk deal magic. I'm going to show you how to turn $50,000 into $1 million and why you should want to do it. Who wouldn't like $1 million instead of 50,000 bucks? Come on, guys, this is easy. Now, how do you actually do it? So when you are buying a business in a self-funded way, what you are doing is for every $50,000 of money that you can invest, you are getting $1 million worth of business value. How does this happen? How do you get into it? I'm going to share all of that with you so it makes it crystal clear on how you go from A to B to C. When you start on this business acquisition process, you are looking for the ideal acquisition target. You are looking for $1 million business in your area, in your city, in your area of expertise, and you are sending letters of intent to the owners saying, I'm willing to pay $1 million for your business because it's great. I can grow it. I can operate it. Let's talk about whether that's enough. Sooner or later, a seller is going to say, yes, $1 million is enough for me to sell my business. Let's talk about execution. So I found a deal. I have sent a letter of intent to the owner, and now I'm in the process of finishing due diligence and about to close the deal. How do I turn $50,000 into $1 million? Here's how you do it. You are going to use the SBA 7A program. It is a loan backed by the government, and they basically guarantee 95% of the loan, so it makes it very easy for your local bank to do these loans. And in the condition that you were able to get the seller to take a 2-year hiatus on payments on his loan, you can actually use seller financing to count as equity with the lender. So instead of 10%, so on $1 million deal, you need $100,000, you can take that down to half because on $1 million deal, you only need $50,000 because $50,000 of the seller financing would count as equity. So you invest your $50K, the seller has taken a seller note. We call it on full standby for 2 years. That $50,000 counts. So that's $100,000 of equity. The bank comes with $900,000 of debt, and you close the deal. Now, Elliot, why the heck would a bank finance a small business with 90% leverage? Well, they're 75% covered by a U.S. government guarantee. So they're really only exposed 15%. And that 15%, 10 of it is covered by your equity and the seller's $50,000 note on standby. And so basically the bank's taking no risk. So the bank loves these deals. You should love these deals because they're freeing and wealth creating. And the seller loves getting his money. So it's a win, 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 win all around. Sorry for the interruption, guys, but I want to tell you about a limited opportunity to really dig into the topics that I cover on this channel. So I have a mastermind that has a limited capacity, 10 people at any given point. And I want you to go to my website and check it out and see what we offer in that. But really what we're offering is the ability for you to go from knowledgeable from the videos to executing when we finish with the mastermind. And so sorry for the interruption, but I really wanted those who really want to take the next step to have the ability to do so. So check it out on my website. So why is this 50K investment by far the best one to make? I'm so glad you asked. So if you are putting your money in your 401k, if you are putting money in a S&P 500 index fund, if you are putting money in the stock market, if you're buying a piece of real estate, I can already guess what your returns are. You know what they are? They're 4 to 8% over a long period of time. Maybe you get 50% higher than that returns in a short period of time, but the market returns 4 to 12%. Real estate, if you get 10% return, you know you are killing it. What kind of returns does a business acquisition get? Oh, we're talking 3 to 10x, even higher. In fact, some deals are so great, they get returns that are almost infinite. And this isn't me selling you snake oil. You can actually go to my website and I have people that have actually done this and you can see their returns. You can go talk to them on LinkedIn. This is a real thing. So if you're considering putting money in real estate or the stock market, you have to at a certain point say, well, how do I 5x my money? How do I 10x my money? And why is that important? Well, I'll tell you why. You get 10 to 15 years in your career. You have a nice 401k. You might have a piece of real estate or two. And you're sitting here, but you have a partner, you got 2 to 4 kids, you have lifestyle things that you like going on trips, you like a house that's not cramped. And so when you think about what is my retirement number? How do I get to enough money when I can retire? All of a sudden, you start looking at with 8% returns, you're going to be working till 62, 65 like your parents did, like the average W-2 Joe does. But how do you actually get out of this rat race at 40, at 35, at 45? Well, you need some 5x returns, some 10x returns, some outsized returns where you can put in $50,000, $100,000 and get 10x that over the course of 3 to 5 years. And so business acquisition presents the only way that you can really get 3 to 5 to 10x returns on your money. And that's why this investment is far better than your 401k or a piece of real estate. The best part about this is this isn't for the fancy Wall Street folks at all. This is for the everyday folks on Main Street doing deals. So what do I mean? You're not going to New York to get this money. You're going down the street to your local bank, the bank you already have an account with, the bank that you take money out of, the ATM that you're already using, the banker that you already talked to. You're going to say, hey, I want an SBA 7A loan. And even though you may not be super familiar, they will be, and they will want your business on the loan as much as you will want to get the loan going. So what's the beautiful thing about the small business acquisition world? The great thing is, and I can show you from my client base, everyday folks can do this. A factory worker in Oakland I'm working with currently, a farmer who wants to go buy a rental business so he can actually rent the same equipment he's using on his farm. I got a couple in Florida that are 10 years out of college, regular jobs, tired of it. They're getting the deal done. I've got folks that are in their 50s that ran a cruise ship and now they want to buy a business. This is for any and everyone. In fact, all the credentials that get you into those fancy Wall Street Ivy League places don't matter at all here. Here what matters is, do you understand everyday people? Do you have some good credit? Do you have the ambition and the perseverance to get through a process that will take some time? That's it. And in fact, I think Main Street people are better at the perseverance part than even the fancy Wall Street Ivy League folks. And so that's why in this game, everyday people are winning. If I drew a circle around the top 20 small deal acquirers in terms of their returns, they would look just like you. And that puts a huge smile on my face because this allows anybody to get in the game. The only cost of getting in the game is wanting to get in the game. Thank you so much for watching this video. Now I want you guys to watch these other videos to get more knowledge and get the complete data set that you need to be able to execute one of these transactions.